Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Yoruus speaking and welcome to Play by Email 2. Play by Email 2 turn 0. So this is going to be that new, absolutely new game that I started to participate in. Now let me guide you a little bit shortly about the actual rules. I'm gonna put the links to the threads. It's on Polish forum. Yes, it's in Polish forum. It's in Polish, but hello Google Translate, and I will try to translate as much as possible of those. But if you want to check, especially the chronicles, it's quite interesting. If you want to check chronicles or like see when someone turns is actually going to be, you can always check this out. Besides, I actually invite you to use Polish forum. There's really cool players there that actually like to play duels on Pangea maps with city-states with basically no rules and on a turn mode. Well, it's not basically a turn mode, it's sort of a gentleman's agreement when you play simultaneous without the turn timer, but you decide who goes first when it goes to military. So basically the military combat is turn-based, but you can do all the stuff that you normally can do, so you'll not have to like fast click, shift click or anything like that. It's a pretty cool and relaxing way to play a game. There's a lot of players playing there, so I invite you to register. There's rankings and all that stuff. If you're interested in it, I can actually make a little bit tutorial how to register and stuff like that. It's pretty easy. There's like Merle registered there or already. He actually played a couple of games, so it's quite cool. And you can get some cool, relaxing games there. Though it's in the Polish time zone, so yeah, you know, like how it's happened. Okay, let's get to this game. So this is going to be, let me just read out quickly the rules. You're probably asking, why am I looking to the left side? Well, that's pretty simple. Well, I can actually move this here. Alright, and I will just look at the screen in front of me. Okay. So the rules, where are the rules? There we go. Okay, so first of all, we've got players. Gentelmen playing as Zulus, Seti playing as Portuguese, Alprits playing as Egypt, Itkovian playing as Aztecs, Holernik playing as the Mayans, Memik playing Venetia, Venice playing Venice, Robert playing Brazil, Jarek playing Shoshone, Gadek playing Spain, Del Pietro playing Siam, and Gurpegi playing Poland. And I choose Persia. Why? Well, I had three choices. Let me just check out the forum one more time to see what choices I actually had. Yeah, there we go. Well, I could choose from 3 civs. Hello, kitty. When I'm starting to record, she's demanding attention. Those cats. Come on. Alright, I had a choice. I could choose Assyria, Persia, and Celts. You're probably thinking, playing Assyria would be cool, but yeah, it would be cool. Playing Celts, yes, it would be cool as well. But Persia is just great. Alright, 50% longer golden ages, that's amazing. Combat bonus is even more amazing. Unique building is great, and unique is quite good as well. So I had a choice between Assyria, Celts, and Persia. I actually decided to go for Persia. It's a more versatile civ, in my opinion, and actually I like them much more than like Celts and Assyria. Though it will be cool to play Assyria, but still it's a 12-player game. In the long term, Persia wins with all of them, in my opinion. Just those golden ages, it's great. If I could catch Chichen Itza, that would be even more amazing. Now the rules. The rules are the same as in my previous PBEM. So we've got, you can make a citadel once in 8 turns. You can burn a great scientist once in 8 turns. There's no maxing turn, so basically you cannot make a turn, and if you're not happy with the outcome, you can't reload and play it again. Of course, you can't check it, but all of those players are honorable, and this is just the way it goes. So you just play the game. If you make a mistake, well, you gotta live with it, and you just play along. Now, if you declare war to a city-state, you need to wage that war for a minimum of 10 turns. And you cannot steal workers. Yeah, you cannot steal workers. If you just declare war, steal a worker, you cannot do it. All right. So, and what else? Yeah, you can't exchange information about the players and maps that you actually haven't met. That's normal, I guess. And you can give units to other players, but there's a condition. You can get them back after 25 turns. This is to deny upgrading unique units. For example, give spearmen to Zulus. They will upgrade them to Impy, and you'll get like Impys in 1 turn, right? So you cannot, it's not allowed. It's pretty cool. Now the settings: 24 city-states, huge map, normal speed, normal barbs, and ruins. Now, there has been a map balance. Basically, you got horses and iron in your capital. So when I'm looking at my capital, I'm thinking, okay, where could horses be, right? So I basically shouldn't move, because probably iron is at my warrior and horses are either in north of me or just 2 tiles I'm like northwest. So I shouldn't probably move. What else? Basically, food and resources are kind of balanced. Every single civ has a start on a coast and on a river, so that's pretty interesting. What else? There's no El Dorado, there's no Fountain of Youth, and there's no Kilimanjaro on the map. Rest is sort of, well, the other wonders are, I think, are sort of balanced. I hope so, that Spain ain't got a wonder just in front of their capital. That would be bad. What else? Where there is information that basically nobody's like on the edge of the map. Everybody has at least 2 neighbors, so they theoretically have the place to expand, and they still have some members, some neighbors. So you're not like an isolated start, so you still have to think about diplomacy quite early. All right, so that's it about the chronicle. There's already one post in the chronicle, and there we go. It's from Itkovian. Okay, he didn't plant the city yet, but basically what it reads is, this is how the chronicle actually looks in here. So, survivors from the flooded Atlantis has reached an unknown beach. Yeah. They made a camp and went into a deep sleep. In the morning, a scout saw some animals, but they turned out to be hostile. Some predators, basically. One of surviving guardsmen from rulers of Atlantis, Montezuma, has killed a jaguar with an obsidian sword, and later on he made from bones of the jaguar a beautiful helmet. For his deed he was called by the rest of the survivors a guide, and the new ruler of I don't know the exact word. Well, the people of Atlantis, basically. So from now on, rulers started to call people jaguars, which means Aztecs. The first decision of Montezuma is that those plains actually can fit to place a city. So they move to a nearby hill to plant the city. So basically, we know that he's on the coast, he's on the river, and he moved his capital to a hill. So it's a pretty cool chronicle, and it actually gives you a lot of useful information. So if you're interested in it, yes, it's in Polish, but Google Translate works pretty well. It's actually written in pure Polish. It's not like a slang or something like that that you usually use on the forum, so it's pretty understandable. Okay, that's about the chronicle. So let's focus on the game right now. So what do I have in here? Well, I don't like this because there's a lot of decisions right now to make. First of all, I do see a lot of fish, which is pretty instantly cool. I definitely want to move my warrior in here. What do I see? Well, I do see a lot of river, which is not that great because, well, first of all, theoretically, you want to have your capital on the coast. Well, do I want to have my capital on the coast? That's a good question. Well, there's pearls, that's true. I would really love to like play out this turn and like hear your thoughts about the starting location. The problem is I need to make a move and start working on this turn from the start. Now, do I want a coastal capital? Yes and no. Why yes? Well, it would be cool to have a coastal capital, to have access to the sea pretty quickly. Have the access to sea pretty quickly and be able to get frigates later on. The cons of this is I will have to worry about frigates, and I hate losing a capital to a frigate rush. So what I'm actually thinking right now, since there's a lot of river, there's like 1-2 tiles in the river, if I would move, for example, to this hill, yes, it's a pretty risky move, but I will have cows right away, I will have stone right away, I will not miss the horse and the sheep, and I will have access to all those rivers in here, like those rivers in here, a lot of tiles. I will only miss 1-2 tiles from the third ring. The rest I will be able to use, and in a long game, especially in a very, very long game, you want your capital to work a lot of space. If I'm gonna stay in here and plant my capital here, I'm actually gonna lose a lot of space, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So many tiles I will lose that I will not be able to work well. It's only 3 fish resources. So, though I'm pretty much tempted to move, to plant a couple in here, but getting to resources will take a lot of time. I will not have access to too much stuff. There's a lot of hills in here, so what I actually want to do is I'm going to move in here with a hope to plant my capital in here. Yes, in 3 turns, but I think it's worth it. If you have any other ideas, definitely tell me right now. But personally, for me, I think that's the right choice. I always can plant a coastal city in here. If I'm gonna plant a capital in here, I still will be able to plant even a second city in here to get a coastal city on a hill and get pearls. Then I will get the fish in this city as well, so that's not a huge deal. There's going to be a hill in here, so I can chop the jungle. So production will be not that bad, and possibly I will be able to plant another city somewhere in here to get the other fish. So theoretically the sea resources will not be that bad, but my capital start will be definitely better if I'm gonna move in here. Because there's if I'm gonna stay in here, look how much culture or gold I will have to use to actually get some useful tiles. And I will only have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hills. In here I'm gonna have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hills, 2 cows, stone, horse, iron, bananas, a couple of jungles that I don't have to chop actually. So yeah, I could lose it to a barbarian. Well, that could happen. Hopefully not. Well, I really hope not. That would be bad. But I definitely want to move in here. That's my general idea about planting my capital. If you have any other ideas, definitely tell me. But I don't want to roam too much, since this really looks like a very, very bad land to scout, especially with the warrior and move with the settler. So I'm guessing in here, not gonna miss the horse from the capital. it's probably somewhere in here. If it's really strategic balance, I definitely have horses in here. And possibly iron is, well, iron could be theoretically anywhere, but I'm really hoping this is in here. It should be in here, or maybe here. If it's going to be in here, then that's a bummer, right? But hopefully it's in here, so I'll get horses, 2 cows, so that's a lot of stable resources. I'm gonna get the extra happiness from stoneworks. Personally, I think that's a great spot for a capital. This hill, right in here. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. Give me comments about planning the capital, if you agree with me or not. What else? I'm gonna put the links to the forum threads if you want to check them. And actually, I'm thinking about asking. I'm playing 1, 2, 3 more play by emails. 1 6-player play by email. Absolutely focus on diplomacy and writing chronicle. Pretty cool game. 1 12-player play by email that I'm actually subbing for a person that had to leave. So I'm trying to catch up with the Civ development. And 1 3v3. Now 3v3, I'm definitely not going to be able to post it since it's pure out combat, but I'm gonna ask to for other players to allow me to post the 12-player game, the third 12-player game that I'm playing, and the 6-player game that I'm playing. That will actually be pretty cool, I think. And that's, I'm not gonna play any more play by emails. Like 5 play by emails is definitely enough. 5 play by emails is definitely enough for my time right now. It's even more than I can handle right now, but hopefully they will agree and will actually like this. So one more time, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Best wishes.